Greetings, fellow Gators. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Exogate Initiative, Episode 2, Medbays and Soldiers. No. So it says, build a medbed. Medbeds are where patients typically get treated by a medic. So I'm going to actually have 3 of them. Diagnostic pods is to diagnose issues. You generally don't need too many of them. And then you'll need also a physical treatment dispenser. And probably a mental health treatment dispenser as well. And then to hire a medic, and that's coming in 7 days. Ooh, energy source, 3 uncommons. So now that I have multiple gates connected, as you can see, my power management is really low. We only have 30 excess power. So I'm going to extend my generator grid a little bit more to keep the power on. Oh, and you guys are going to have a little bit of a decision to make here, I think. All right, so here is how to vote. Just type exclamation mark vote 1, vote 2, or vote 3. So you won't believe this. We scared a young alien deer, I guess. One of its legs was broken, but it still managed to run away. We followed it, but it jumped into a deep pond, and guess what? When it came out, its leg was healed. Vote 1 is where is the deer, vote 2 is where is the pond, and vote 3 is what? So what are you saying? I also have to remember to shorten the vote time. So what is in the pond? The water is green, and the pond is filled with pink, yellow, and blue vines. We think the water is the cause of the sudden miracle. So we can get equipment in the pond and take some readings, and this is a logic roll at a 60% chance for success. Or vote 2, are any of you injured? All right, vote 1. Avaren failed the logic test. They still gained experience and call back when they have results. Okay, speak soon. And thank you for voting. All right, here's Beta Psi again. For the giveaway for the last scientist, it's going to Krusty Rhino. Oh, here's the budget. So scientists are going to be popular. It's the vines, the tricolor vines. They release toxins which accelerate cell repair. This is an incredible discovery. So we can either take a closer look. It's a knowledge requirement, 60% chance. Or how about taking a sample, which is just if you have scientists. All right, sample time. Hammerin is carrying the biosample. So we're going to tell them to continue exploration. I really like how the integration is fed in. I can choose what I want to pull you guys on and then like end it early. Very nice. So medic, you, where are you? You. Krusty Rhino. Your parents didn't love you much and gave you a very strange name. Alright, in one day I'll have the medic as well, so I might as well put up a new raffle timer, because we're going to have probably 2 or 3 medics recruited. Nice! Whoa! 3 samples! Holy heck! Everybody took a sample there. I guess everybody wanted some magical healing vines. I don't blame them. Bring on the science. I also have a little bit more research, and if I wanted to get soldiers, I would need a training room. So I'm going to start to research training, as I had 127 science points, so I spent 100 of them on training room. so I can have shooters. So here's our applicants, and I don't want all of them. So maybe mind strength and social for good bedside manner. I'll do 1, 2, 3. So 3 more people to raffle off. And then in terms of the teams, I'm going to remove Avaren from Team Beta Psi and put in one of the medics. And this will lower the injury severity and injury chance when they're on deployment. Toy of the Storm, thank you for the resub. And we'll do the same with Alpha Team once Alpha Team returns. Right now they're out and deployed. And then I'm also going to need bedrooms for the new folks. So Whammy and Ruburn both carried samples back. Perry, I don't think, has had a sample yet. He's a accomplished scientist who really doesn't like to get his hands dirty, I think. Let's make sure that the lockers are with the beds. They are. Cool. Alright, now the medics actually have somewhere to sleep. And Perry, I'm going to actually take you out of that science team, because you don't seem to like to collect stuff, and put in one of the medics. So now we have 2 science and a medic on each team, and we have enough room for a 3rd team if we wanted to, as you might have been able to see that. So let's go ahead and create a Gamma Psi. He's a true leader. Yeah, he delegates work. That's a good way of thinking about it. So I need to research training room. I already have that queued up. For me to actually get the research done, one thing that's going to be important is that a scientist who's at least level 2 does not get deployed. So I'm going to have Gamma Psi sit at base for a bit, so that Avaren or Perry can research training room, and then to hire 1 soldier. So the current priority is hire a soldier. And then let's get Alpha and Beta out back doing stuff. So some of these planets are really difficult, but this is a level 1. That should be fine for Alpha. A level 3 should be okay for Beta. Beta's team level is 2. It's close enough that they're probably not going to get hurt. There's an injury chance of 40%, but this is a good way to demonstrate medic as well. So there's another thing to mention, and this is something that's important. It's really helpful to have maybe a scientist and a medic and a few other classes, especially soldiers for later in the game, not to be deployed. Because if you have all your medics deployed off-world and someone gets hurt at home, you have no one to treat them. So what I often will do is I will have... I'll have some designated faculty. Like this. Where I don't ever deploy the faculty, but they're in their own group. And that way... they're not free to be assigned to a team, but they guard the home, or they treat the sick and the wounded and whatnot. So let's get these medics some names, shall we? We got Mihai Goku. Usually you go by Mike, so I'm going to call you Mike. But Mike is going to be a girl. Kind of reminds me of, what, Euro Trip, I think? There, I'm your proper name. Then we had this one. You are going to be Kellyan. And then last but not least, Scorpio. If I could, actually type. Mike is perfect? Okay, I'll correct it. Little Mikey. You're M. Mike now. So we are studying the biosamples and researching the training room. So this is why you would want scientists at home, right? Because if all your scientists are deployed, you're really not making a lot of progress. So here is Coroner Perry doing the whole research desk and Averin doing the biosamples. It really, and they will still level up, actually, staying at home. And they won't have their health or mental health challenged as often. So there's some real benefits to doing that as well. So Alpha and Beta team all out. I suppose I should jump the gun and get the rooms for the soldiers, too. So, scientists are required for science deployments, like these, with the little beaker flask. Soldiers and medics make things safer and easier, but there aren't specific missions for soldiers and medics. There is, however, specific missions for scholars, engineers, and diplomats, which are more classes to be recruited later on. So as you can see, there's engineer, scholar, and diplomat. Engineers do sort of like mining missions, scholars do artifact missions, and diplomats do diplomatic missions. And we'll be getting to that if I can get more science going. Gator injured. Okay, so one of our gates sustained a physical injury. Actually, two of them, Crusty Rhino and Big Sea Panda, both got injured. Kellyan walked back scot-free, but they did bring home some science. So here's the injuries. And what's going to happen is they're going to enter the diagnostic pod, and then a medic is going to attend to them. I'm also going to build an intake desk. I'll put it, let's see here. So Big Sea Panda has sleep deprivation, but I don't think that's his only injury. And then Crusty Rhino's hopping into the diagnostic pod as well. Wow. Typing. And then what's happening here is Scorp just tended Big Sea Panda, and Big Sea Panda is now ready and reporting for duty. Whereas Crusty Rhino has frostbite. So that's a real injury, will need treatment. And as you can see, health and mental health. I know that's a bad spot because of the interface overlay, but health and mental health are not full. Whammy and Brewburn got some samples, and Mike got injured as the medic. So they get diagnosed, and then they go into a med bed. There is an improved research project, which is very expensive, which is an intensive care unit, which sort of cures people very quickly, but it costs a lot of science, so it's not something that I can unlock anytime soon. And Mike has a dislocated shoulder, so she's going to need a little treatment. And Crusty Rhino just got treated for frostbite. Averin, having not even been deployed, gained a level up to level 4 just by processing the biosamples that people have been bringing back. So you were not punished for having like a home team, in other words. Your home team is very, very useful, and in my case, they leveled up. All right, I'm going to get a training room now. And then let's also hire a soldier, or 2, or 3. Four soldiers for minimum pay. Uncle Sam would be proud. Actually, I'm going to change the way this is laid out. Oops. Was this all mineable? Okay, no, there's a blocker there. Got it. Got to work around the obstructions. So it's sort of officer's quarter over yonder, or something. So here's a pretty good demonstration of the demand of multiple med beds, right? Each patient that is recovering requires a bed, so your beds can fill up pretty fast, but your diagnostic pods typically do not. And then this psychological diagnostic desk is the person that's sort of on duty. So for psychological diagnostics, I can have Scotia man or woman the desk and tend to people's mental needs as well. You can think of it as sort of therapy light. So it's important that your team has time to recover between missions, or they will suffer more injuries, make more mistakes, become more injured, so on and so forth. So giving them some downtime is very, very nice. Aw, this month's job popularity just dropped for Soldier. And I believe Energy Source just became the trending target. No, that's the anti-trending target. That's too bad, because I have tons of Energy Source. Max team size is 3. But you can have a lot of recruits. So in 4 days, I'll have some soldiers, and I'll just put the raffle timer up for that now, knowing that they're coming. And the training room allows you to level up certain stats depending on what you're training. Whether it's bench press for body or shooting for perception, I think. Body and perception, yeah. Shooting for perception. So I'll put in some facilities to train shooting and bench press. Trending affects patents when they're published, yeah. So, if there was a trending topic for, like, regenerations, for instance, I would try to publish a patent this month for regeneration so it would make more money. So here you can see the teams are using the training rooms, leveling up their stats, and that will improve their success chance for the random chance events that happen off-world. For body, int, etc. Alright, we do have soldiers, so let's go for it. You've got high perception, high body. So, Frank, you're hired. Fernanda, you're hired. Claire, you're, like, no. You have really good social skills. So that'll be the third. Cool. And then the quest that I have is to send a soldier on an off-world mission. So I'm going to pull Andrea Kellyan off of Beta Psi and stick a soldier in there. We'll stick Frank in there and get them to go. So here's the difference. The challenge difficulty of a world becomes easier, or safer rather, with soldiers. So there is a injury chance of like 44%, minus 12% because soldiers are in the team. And then if I wanted to make it even safer, potentially, I could also include a medic too. So I'm just going to show you as a demonstration. Wait, that was Beta Psi? Soldier, medic, scientist. Oh, well, apparently this medic is not helping at all. But what I will tell you is if you're injured on the planet, there's opportunities to patch you up while you're out there. So where do I want to go next is a very good question. There's not a lot of low-level planets to go to. So this level 4 is probably where I'm going to head. So let's go ahead and send out a science, medic, and soldier in Beta Psi. And Godspeed. Or actually, no, before I do that, I'm going to put Averin in there instead as my highest level scientist, which will raise the average level of all the people in there, giving me, like a slightly better chance of survival, I think. And then the affinity, whether people like each other or not, raises experience bonus. So that's another thing to think about. So if we take a look at, for instance, Big C Panda. So we'll go to Big C Panda real quick. He really likes Averin and Perry. So as just an just a like a proof of concept, if I send faculty here, as you can see, there's a lot more experience because they cooperate with one another. So that would be the real benefit of pairing affinity people together. But I've just completely ruined the teams here, so let me put them back. So I think what I want is let's get rid of all the teams. Put my best people on this next mission that I can, because it's not going to be safe. So Averin, Big C Panda, and Frank. And Frank, you are going to be named something else. You're going to be named Fraggles. You're Rock Fraggles. And that was Alpha. And good luck. Starting it up. Alright, the other soldiers I'll be giving names as well in just a second. So faculty, let's put faculty back together. This will be Corner Perry as our scientist. Our medic will be Kellyan, and the soldier will be this one. And then Beta Psi, Whammy, Mike, and Tobias. Or no, maybe I'll have double scientist, Ruburn. And then I'll put another team together as well. Now, I don't really have anywhere safe to send these guys at the moment, so I'm going to hold off on deploying. I believe I can go to L862. It's only a recommended level 2. That's okay. So Beta Psi will head out that way. And there's a crazy amount of team... Well, no, that's just experience. But the zone has an unusual event, which adds a lot of experience. So that actually might be best... For Beta Psi, that actually might be best as an opportunity to level up people that need to level up. So, some of the newer guys, the lower level dudes. So I'm going to see if the 2 medics and a soldier can manage that. Yeah. And that will help to level up my soldiers and the medics that need to catch up. Because that destination does not require a scientist. So the other soldiers... And Tobias. Oh, Tangier. There we go. Godspeed to you guys. I'm expanding out the med area just in case things go wrong. I don't expect them to, but, you know. So we have a scientist and a medic, and I will have 2 medics on home team. As you go to more difficult places, you typically need medics at home. So improve mission safety, launch a mission with a soldier on the team, and we're doing that literally right now. Awesome. Bye-bye, Rock Fraggles. Fill in my safety protocol. It's uneasy seeing soldiers with scientists, but I suppose the committee have a point. Not everything, nor everyone we meet out there might be friendly. Good job with the self-care, too. I can't have gators getting God knows what on their faces without a medbay. Tangier, thanks for all the gifted subs. Cheers. All right, so next up, they want to take specimens taken from live animals. So study a specimen is the current priority. So at first I need to research specimen study. So that's in the laboratory and it costs 200 science. So it's going to take me a minute to obtain that. But the science teams I have going out right now should put me over the 200 mark. Also, in the story mode, not the free play, make sure not to spend your science willy-nilly. Science points are actually relatively difficult to get. And in order to proceed with the story, you're going to need to unlock it in a very specific order. So don't jump the gun, in other words. Oh, what happened there? That's a misclick. Alpha Psi to base. I think we're trespassing on a crime scene, XO, or the set of a vampire movie. We're standing in the middle of a meadow and there's blood everywhere. Our boots are covered in it. Vote 1 would be describe the flowers. Vote 2, are you sure it's blood? Or vote 3, I don't like that, get out. This is the danger level 4 planet, and Avaren is the one phoning home. All right, looks like vote 2 is winning, so low go, are you sure it's blood? I'd say I'm 50% sure, XO. The color and consistency match, but to be scientifically accurate, more analysis would be needed. So there is vote 1, we don't have time for this, continue the mission elsewhere. Vote 2, now, get out now. Vote 3, cut a plant and sample it, which is a scientific knowledge and logic at 56% chance of success. And vote 4, sample the blood, which is the science and logic at a chance of 56%. So as you can see, as you level up your logic and your knowledge, your success chances go up. And I might be flipping a coin here. No, we're going to sample the blood. Oh boy, vampire. She critically succeeded on the test. And then I'll say, stay as long as you need. Any last orders? I'm going to tell the soldier to follow standard guard duty procedures. Usually if you have like a specific option that includes someone's class, that provides more of a benefit than choosing the alternative, generally speaking. So you guys had me drink alien blood. Solid work. Good science there. I'm sure that won't end in calamity. I mean, how could it, right? And that's how we get a Dio. Um, are the soldiers rock, fraggles, guitar, Tobias, Tangier. Good. Looking good. Oh, Whammy wants to shoot. Whammy likes the whammies. Got it. And Scorp, you're doing a little spotless bench pressing. Push that iron. I love it. All right, Beta team is returning. No injuries, a whole bunch of experience. That's good, because they were the ones that really need to level up. So they're about halfway to leveling up now, each one of them. And they're hungry and they're tired. Like you are. The other thing I need to add to the medbay is a robot ambulance bot dock. So if anyone collapses due to combat or injury, it's kind of like the automatic stretcher. And also there's a mouse wheel here, so you can scroll up and down. And then also the surgery pod. So if someone is super duper messed up, we're going to want to do a little surgery. So I'll put the surgery kind of back here. Just in case. I don't have any medics that are level 3 yet, so none of them can do surgeries, but like, it's nice to have when we need it. And this is, again, one of the reasons why you want to level up all of your people sort of as much as equally as possible, so that you have more medics that are able to do surgeries and more scientists that are able to do research and so on and so forth. Okay, greetings from the Dracula planet. 7 days, but I feel like it was an eternity. Let's not talk about this nickname. Statuses? No threats have appeared. Walking a perimeter all week was tiring, but it's what we trained for. Good. What about the sample? And here, as you can see, their fatigue and hunger is going up, right? So, like, me telling Fraggles to patrol took a bit of a toll. It wasn't like a free thing, but it possibly averted some more problems. And then also Fraggles leveled up a whole lot. So what about the sample? We collected a large jar of blood to analyze it. One of us fainted, but they will remain anonymous. They're okay now. Sea Panda, how was the grass? Did it feel good? Well, hematophobia is a thing. It really is. However, the blood is in fact sap, and the algae a seaweed. It's crimson because it's feeding on red clay, composed of corroded minerals. So, vote 1, that doesn't explain why the sap was outside the plant, or vote 2, seaweed means water. Seaweed means water. Good point. And thanks to our research, we are able to corroborate that this whole place used to be an ocean. The seaweed has been drying for centuries. First it turns red, then the sap oozes from its stripes and blades, and by the end of the process, only a pool of sap remains. So it dried out and died out in the sunlight, just like a vampire. And now you mention it, yes, exactly like a vampire. I guess we starred in our own vampire flick after all. And the award goes to Alpha Psi. Geez, thanks XO. Don't let it go to your head, XO out. Awaiting new instructions, and the mission. So, they leveled up. They brought a whole lot of science home, which is really good, because then I will be able to research specimen study. Bada boom. So, specimen study will unlock the the specimen study console and the specimen containment. Right, buddy? You're my little specimen. And here's a peanut. So, Fraggles is starving and sleep deprived and will need some rest. And here's a little heart. So if I tried to deploy him off-world, it would stall out because he's not ready to go. Beta Psi is ready to go. So let's have Beta Psi go to... Wow. 8 threat? 6 threat? Jesus, let's not do that. Why is everything so hard, man? Okay, down here it's not so bad. So I'm just disconnecting from planets I'm not using. And we'll have them go to this unusual event planet. That's only level 1. That shouldn't kill them. You have to daisy chain dates to go further out, yes. And generally speaking, the further out you go, the more the power cost. So this hop was 15, this hop was 45, this hop was 50, next hop might be more. Meaning that it's really prohibitively expensive power-wise to connect to everything all the time. It's also unnecessary, because most planets you visit and it's a one and done. So you don't need to necessarily connect to it continuously. There are some exceptions, and we'll get into that as I get further in the game. I do have the people to make a third team. So I'm going to pull Scorp off of faculty, stick Whammy as faculty, and then create a fourth team, a Gamma Psi. All right, Gamma Psi. I don't know where you should go, though. That's the problem is the RNG that I got hit with, maybe they can go to this level. Oh, no, I've already done this one. The RNG I got hit with has a bunch of high-level planets, like right off the bat, which makes it not super safe for me to go to them, necessarily. Like, I could try to hit up this unusual event level 4 planet with Gamma Psi. But I think what's going to be best is if I put in Gamma Psi, put together a team that can survive it. So that means, sadly, sending probably my faculty out. So I'm going to deploy my faculty and have Gamma Psi stay at home. Because I think they will fare better. Their injury chance is a lot lower. Specimen research is about half done. And here's the budget. So regeneration topic is trending, and I do have the means to write a patent for that, which is good. And then it's going to be easier to hire scientists. So Gamma, you're staying at home. The highest level Gamma is Ruburn for scientist. So Ruburn, you use the patent desk, and we'll write a 1, 2, 3, 4 combo patent on regeneration for big money. So if you take a look here, oh well, it's already doing it. But there was like a combo bonus for writing it down here. So there's a base range, and then it depends on the patent writer's knowledge and also whether it's a trending target. So this patent should be a very expensive one. If you can manage it, try to only write patents for trending topics to sort of min-max your money. If you can manage it. Oh, well, Rock Fraggles, back on his feet. He's still a little injured. So here's Beta Psi returning from VA 471. No injuries, no samples, no nothing. Just a little bit of experience. That was this very low-level easy planet. There's a few other... Like, this one is pretty low level as well. So I'm going to immediately send Beta Psi back out to level up. They're going to probably return tired at the end of this, I'd imagine, because I didn't give them any turnaround time for rest or anything like that. I was just like, out, in, out. Oh. Rock, you need a medbed? Get rested. And now I have specimen study researched. Okay, everybody got injured. Whammy, Perry, Kellyan, all my faculty are all beat up. So there's going to be a mad rush for the medbay here. But let's go ahead and get a specimen study containment so I can store it. And then the actual study console. Let me put it down here. So, Scorp, or Scotia, you're going to be the medic on duty, and you're going to have your hands full. Because there's a lot of people that came back all busted up. So if you do... Remember that mission that had the deer that fell into the pool of water? Like, there is a chance for you to obtain specimens like that when you're out on those kind of missions. And then to bring them home and study them for even more science. So, big science opportunity type stuff. I'm just rearranging the science room a little bit to be cleaner. All right, you guys survived. And now we can do the study console for specimens. Put that there, and then I'll have one more containment for specimens in case I have multiple specimens. Can you develop technologies? Sort of. There's a limited amount, but like for medbay, there's a better care unit. For training, there is treadmills for body and mental health, mind pods for mind strength and personal insight, so on and so forth. So there's a bunch of like research to make things better. If that's if that answers your question. So now I just need to recover a specimen from a mission and study it. Easier said than done. So take a look at my teams here. Team 1 is grounded due to rock fraggles needing rest. Beta Psi is ready to go, but I'm sure they need to sleep. Faculty is hurt. Andrea recovered, but Whammy and Perry need recovery. And the Gamma Psi is ready to go as well, provided that I put like Andrea at this bench here. So Gamma, let's send you out if there's somewhere to send you. No, I don't want to go to an artifact world. There might not be. I'm getting really bad kind of like RNG here, where I might have to take some more dangerous chances. Which is okay. Let's go to this CJ132 next. So faculty or alpha. I'm going to readjust alpha team, take Rock out, and put in a healthy soldier. So maybe Tangier. And then Rock, you'll go into beta. Looks like only really Rock and Whammy are the ones that need rest. So Alpha should be all set to go here. good affinity and good experience. Injury chance is not so bad. Start that up. And it looks like Tangier is too tired to go on the mission. So that doesn't cancel the mission, it's just going to wait for him to rest. And then they'll automatically deploy as soon as he's recovered. Thank you for tuning in to Exogate Initiative, which originally streamed live on Twitch, April 18th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, please let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Gators,